The Deputy U.S. Secretary of Commerce wants Congress to pass legislation that would increase microchip production here in the U.S.
He says it would be an investment in America's future. Alex Cameron has more from our News on 6 Washington Bureau.
When members return here next week, one of the items on their plate, and perhaps one of the few remaining opportunities for them to demonstrate bipartisanship this year, will be legislation to significantly boost domestic microchip production.
Congress needs to get this bill to my desk as quickly as possible.
President Biden called for action during a tour of a university research center in North Carolina last week. His deputy commerce secretary reinforced those words in an interview Wednesday.
It's absolutely crucial for us, for our national security and for our economic security, for us to be investing in and getting more of these chips built here in the U.S.
Don Graves says the pandemic exposed America's weakness in this part of the supply chain, with just 12% of microchips currently manufactured in the U.S. and none of the most advanced chips.
That is a huge problem for us. It means that we don't control our destiny, so to speak.
It's also meant shortages and higher prices for all that microchips power: cell phones, cars, appliances, and more. Companies that make chips like Intel are stepping up and committing to increase production, but Graves says they're counting on some government support like their foreign competitors are getting.
We have to be able to respond and provide the types of funding that would encourage more of the production right here in the United States.
The House and Senate have each passed their own versions of a microchip bill. Graves says it's on them to work out the differences.
But it's going to allow us to invest in the entire ecosystem for microchips.
Now, none of Oklahoma's members voted for either the House bill or the Senate bill, so I'll be watching to see if that changes when a final version comes up for a vote. In our Washington Bureau, I'm Oklahoma's own Alex Cameron.